Okay, so there's this common misconception that deaf people have the superpower to read lips, right? Whenever I do a collaboration with somebody on YouTube, and I've done a couple of them, for example, I did one with Molly recently, I've done one with James, I've done collabs with a few people. And when I look through the comments, there's a lot of, wow, Ricky can understand everything that this person is saying. That means that she can lip read. You lip read, right? And then all my friends think that I can lip read, and whenever they introduce me to other people, they kind of give them the impression as in they actually say this to them. They say that I can lip read, and I have done a video called No, I Can't Read Lips, and that is still in fact the truth today. I can read your basic words and phrases, but if you put me in a room alone with somebody and they talk without having any voice or any sound coming out of their mouth, I'm not gonna get the conversation at all. But there is one superpower that I do have, and what a lot of people who are deaf have, and I've done this all the time in those collaboration videos. It's called bluffing, and that is a superpower that I like to claim. So if you don't know what bluffing is, it's basically just you're sitting with a hearing person, right, or a couple of people, and they start talking, and sometimes they'll start talking to you, and you just kind of nod and read body expressions and all that, facial expressions, and it's just, okay, this is my cue to like smile or nod my head or something, follow what everybody else is doing, and then copy that. And sometimes this superpower will get you in trouble, but for the most part, it is one of the most beautiful things to have. So like I said, I do this in a lot of collaboration videos. I do this in real life all the time. For collaborations, we always plan this thing out. We plan it out very, very well. We think of what we're gonna say, in what order, and I learn. And I get that in my head, and we just go on from there. When I did a collab with James at VidCon and we talked about dating as a blind person and dating as a deaf person, I didn't understand most, or at least half of what he said when we did a collaboration. And then when I watched the video, when the captions were on, that's when I understood everything that the guy said. But people, of course, because I am oral and I don't sign fluently, and I wasn't going to have an interpreter, my interpreter was not going to be in that hotel room that day, people would, just think that I'm reading lips because nobody sees what goes on behind the scenes. It's the same thing in the collab that I did with Molly. And in fact, we also did a video on how deaf and blind people communicate with each other. A lot of pre-planning went into that video, a lot of retakes went into that video, and a lot of editing went into our videos as well. Molly was a little bit easier to understand. She was a lot louder, so that made it a little bit easier, but I was still bluffing. Now, earlier I said that this is a superpower that can get you in trouble, and in some cases it can. Maybe not necessarily get you in trouble, but sometimes it can make things awkward. For example, you really sometimes have to hope that the person who is talking to you is not going to tell you that their family member just died, or got arrested, or anything negative like that, because if you're smiling and nodding, that could get you into some trouble or into an awkward situation. I'll give you another example. Yesterday, I went to the grocery store. I used the self-checkout, and this girl comes up to me, asked me if I wanted something, and I kept asking her to repeat herself, and finally, it wasn't working out, and I didn't feel like going through the whole, can you type this thing? Because I just wanted to pay for my stuff and go at the self-checkout, so I just kind of bluffed my way through it and said, nah, I'm fine. I still don't know what the girl asked, what I wanted or offered to me, but yeah, that's pretty much the way that it goes. But yeah, bluffing comes super in handy. A lot of the time, unfortunately, it can have its consequences, and people think that you are less deaf than you are, or that you can read lips better than you actually can, but that is in fact not the case. So if you've ever come in contact with me and we're having a one-on-one conversation, or if I'm in a group situation, I'm bluffing. I am bluffing my ass off. I had a birthday party. It was a mixture of deaf and hearing people, mostly hearing. There were only 3 deaf people at my party for my birthday, and you bet your sweet ass I bluffed throughout my entire birthday party. That is exactly the way that it goes. But yeah, Again, I am not a lip reader. Occasionally, I can get a sentence, I can get some phrases, I can get some words. Lip reading is not my superpower. It's some people's superpower, but it's not mine. Mine's just bluffing. So yeah, if you want to follow me on my social media, links to that will be down below in the info box. If you want to support me monthly on Patreon, you can do so at the link that is also down below. Depending on which perk you choose, you can get, let's see, private vlogs. You can view my videos a day early. You get presents. If you want any of that stuff, you're gonna have to go search for that down below. I upload videos every Monday and Thursday unless otherwise stated, and I will see you later. Bye.